Fernandez with a strong hold. Eala with a strong hold up 1-0. And love 30 on the Fernandez serve right off the bat. This is going to be a very interesting match. The last time they played was on clay in Stuttgart. Fernandez was playing exceptional tennis in Stuttgart. Had match points against Rybakina, if you guys remember that. And she simply outplayed Eala in that one. However, this is hard court, a more suitable surface for Eala. And I got the Eala coming through this one. Love 40. First break point chance saved by Fernandez. You know, a lot of people equate these two players as the same, but there are some important differences. I think both players have their weakest part of the game on their serve. Like, I think both players could serve better. And that's a little bit of a shame because they're both lefty. And it could have a huge advantage when it comes to serving. But off the ground, both are exceptional. Both are great returners, although I would give the edge on the return to Eala. And Eala gets the early break. Off the ground, Fernandez's big strength is absorption of pace. You know, she can't be aggressive for sure, but it's the absorption of pace. And the ability to crouch down and redirect. Fernandez is exceptional at that. Now, of course, Eala has that same strength, but there's a little bit more versatility in the ground game. I feel like the forehand from Eala is more versatile. She can flatten it out, she can play it heavy, she can play it high, she can take the high ball and unload on it, where Fernandez will have a heavy forehand most of the time. Exceptional start by Eala. Up a break, 2 love, 30 love on her serve. There was a nice slice serve there. You know, lefty playing lefty is also interesting. That's something that I discussed on my channel. You know, you would think that, you know, it's kind of like nullified because a lefty plays a lefty, because most righties don't like playing lefties because they don't encounter them so often, but it's the same for lefties. You know, they don't play lefties much either because most players are right-handed. So, you know, even lefties, when they play a lefty, have to adjust to the ball coming from the wrong side. It's a nice return from Fernandez there off the forehand, 30-15. So, you know, both will have to adjust their slice serve on the ad side, all right? So on the ad side, a slice serve going here is going to the forehand. So that's not going to be something that you want to do too much unless you can get it close to the line or shorter in the box. So you want to direct more serves, you know, through the tee, potentially body. And that's a big difference compared to playing a righty, where on the ad side you got that slice out wide going to the backhand. That's a nice point there from Eala. Slice serve. Fernandez didn't do enough with that forehand return, and a backhand cross-court winner for Eala, 40-15. And there's a hold for Eala, 3 love. What a start. Now, in my analysis video yesterday, after the live stream, I discussed that Eala was like doing some movements where it appeared that she might be feeling some discomfort in her legs, or maybe some pain. And then somebody pointed out that she was doing the same thing on Wimbledon, and she was bandaged up in Wimbledon. So it might be nothing, you know, it might be something that just lingers with a player for a while. Maybe there was an injury like a while back, and Eala is still a little bit cautious, although she's fully healed and she's still doing some movements, you know, to make that previous injury feel better. You know, that certainly is the case. She had her arm bandaged up. She's got it bandaged up today too. So, you know, look, these players always have some aches and pains. There's always something going on. But Alexandra seems fit. Now, another question was the scheduling, which is brutal. I thought that Alex might get a day off after yesterday, but she's first on center, I think. I don't think there was a match on prior to this one. And correct me if I'm wrong. 11 a.m. start Eastern time. And yesterday she had it was quite a tough match against Zhang. It wasn't that long of a match, but certainly the first two sets were demanding. But Alex with a very good start. I think confidence-wise, she's in a better place compared to Fernandez. I think Fernandez level dropped off significantly after that tournament that I talked about in Stuttgart, where she played well. She hasn't really been playing that well. I mean, we can go through the results like we always do, kind of try to understand what's going on with a player's confidence. And, you know, she's got a lot of points to defend here because Fernandez won this tournament last year. And she hasn't really been winning that many matches. It's been a lot of first-round exits clay court season, despite that great tournament in Stuttgart and Madrid, because she reached the quarters in Stuttgart, beat Eala and Sonmez, and then had match points against Rybakina. And then she reached the quarters in Madrid, where she lost to Andreeva. She beat Jovic in the third round, which is a big win. Jovic is a very strong player. I'm actually surprised to not see Jovic in this tournament. But then Fernandez lost first round Rome to Masarova, and then lost first round of ITF 125 to Blinkova, then lost in the quarters of Strasbourg to Mboko 4-4, lost in the first round of Roland Garros to Alicia Parks 4-4, lost in the first round of Queens to Bolter 7-5 in the third, lost to Sonmez in Nottingham first round, lost to Wang in Bad Homburg second round, lost to Chen first round of Wimbledon. And I was actually surprised to see her beat Lynette in the first round, I'll be honest, because Lynette, you know, she's proven that she can take out highly ranked players. You know, she's beaten Iga this year in Miami. And Eala beat her 1-4, so hopefully she's going to be able to turn her season around. It's been up and down for sure. And if she loses this match, she's going to drop a lot. We're going to take a look how far she's going to drop later, but it's a good hold here. Love hold from Fernandez, a nice forehand down the line. That's that absorption that I'm talking about. Eala holds her ground and is able to redirect power really well. And 3-1 Eala. Yeah, random tennis gal. If Eala loses today, she'll drop to 34 in the world. That's true. That's true. That's what I got here on the app. Although this app sometimes has it wrong. The most accurate ones is the LTR app, Live Tennis Ranking. Beautiful backhand from Eala, but then she misses a half-court one, cross-court. That's a shot that she wants back. That was an easy miss right there from Eala. Love 15. Big serve there from Eala. You know, Eala's serve has gotten better. I thought she served really well at Wimbledon. Thought she served well yesterday. Not the whole match, but certain portions of the match. You got 15-30, another backhand miss from Eala. I'm John verse says, if Alex wins this match, she'll probably reach 24 at the rankings. That's what I read too. I think she'll go up to 24. And she'll be getting closer and closer to the top 20, which I thought was a great goal for her. A nice slice serve there from Eala, 30-all. Beautiful down the line backhand from Fernandez for a winner, and 30-40 breakpoint chance to get back on serve. Both players using the Babolat Pure Aero 100, I think. I know Fernandez might be using the 98. I have to look that up. It's for sure the Pure Aero. And a nice point there from Eala, spreading the forehand around. Eventually going down the line, drawing the error from Fernandez. 40-all. Yeah, I looked it up. It is the 98. Fernandez uses the Pure Aero 98, which is interesting for a WTA player. A beautiful backhand cross court from Eala, and draws another error, a defensive error. Add in. Yeah, the Eala uses the 100. So Fernandez with the 98 Pure Aero, Eala with the 100. I couldn't tell you what generation they're playing with though. I don't know that. Certainly it's probably not the new one. Double fault from Eala. And 40-all. Eala overpowers Fernandez with a very strong backhand. Add in. Very, very impressive hold from Eala with a nice T serve, 4-1. Real. All right, let's do a poll here. We will do a poll. And also, let's put up that Eala serve video again. For anyone that's interested to watch that, we're going to put that up. It's a very, very interesting serve, the Eala serve. If you guys want to know in more detail what makes it good and what you can work on, I recommend that you watch that. Okay. Pin that. All right. Fernandez serving down 1-4. Huge serve right there. Ace out wide. 15 love. Nice combo there from Fernandez. Beautiful slice serve out wide. And she puts away the forehand, half-court forehand down the line. Eala Pew says, these two are like mirror images of each other. Surprised Fernandez hasn't ascended more lately. There are obvious similarities. You're not both lefty. But there's important differences. First and foremost, Eala is 5'9". I don't know if that comes across the screen, but she's taller than Fernandez. Fernandez is 5'6". And I see Fernandez more as a counterpuncher. I mean, of course, she can't play aggressive, but I see her more as a counterpuncher. Someone that absorbs pace. I think Eala is more versatile off the ground. She can be a very attacking player. It's not to say that Fernandez is a pure defensive player. I'm not saying that at all. But I think, you know, her willingness to just hold her ground and just kind of keep her position on the baseline forces her to play a counter-punching style in nearly all matches, where Eala is more versatile than that. She's got more tools in her bag, so to speak. Got 30 all. Let's see if Eala can maybe get another break and go up a double break here. Second serve. It's a big opportunity here for Eala. Let's see if she pounces on that second serve. Got let cord. Fernandez abandons the toss, hits that second serve right on the line, and then blasts the forehand cross court for a winner. Return was short though from Eala, but that second serve was huge. That was a big second serve and right on the line. Add in. Eala Pew says Fernandez used to look more confident. Yeah, look, it's so tough. What if she beats Rybakina in that match in Stuttgart, you know, and goes deep there? Obviously, you can say that nice point there from Fernandez, wide serve and a nice cross-court backhand. She holds 4-2 Eala. What if, like, Rybakina ended up winning that tournament against Muchova in the final? Like, what if Fernandez took that title? Like, you know, sometimes a point here and there can, like, decide the momentum of the season. You know, it went the wrong way after Madrid. It's tough. So unforced error right there from Fernandez. It's like a centrally directed ball from Eala, and Fernandez sprays the forehand long. The one thing I will say about this style, this crouching style, this unwillingness to retreat and change the court positioning, it's not easy to pull off. Like, it requires incredible timing. She did a good job there backing up a little bit, but you know, generally that style, it's tough. Like, you're gonna make errors. Beautiful point there from Eala. 30 love. Guys, by the way, I am doing the Tsitsipas de Minaur match right after this, okay? So I'm doing back-to-back today. I'm doing 2. Yeah, it's a forehand right on the baseline, a forehand cross-court winner, 40 love. Y'all are playing well today. Playing good tennis. Yeah, goes for that T serve, misses it, but I think that I should put a little bit of slice on it, which is nice to see. One thing that some people don't realize, you can't slice into any location. You don't have to just slice out wide. A slice can work in any location on the court. And a backhand error from Fernandez, love hold from Eala, 5-2. That's what you want to see as an Eala fan. You want to see her holding serve comfortably, because that's been an issue for Eala throughout her career, but she's serving better. Definitely improved the service games and serve as well. It's a little bit faster. And Fernandez, you know, she's making some unforced errors. She's hit quite a few winners in this match. Let's check. Yeah, she's got seven winners so far, but 10 unforced errors. And Eala only two winners, but 4 unforced errors. So a more balanced match from Eala. She's just taking care of business. Playing more high percentage tennis, and Fernandez is going for it, but making quite a few mistakes. Not a lot of people in the stands, but it's early though, 11 o'clock. Why would they schedule this match so early? I don't know, it's weird. Let's take a look at the schedule today, see what's going on. Like I said, we got de Minaur against Tsitsipas at 1 right after this. We're going to be covering that match. And then we got Fritz Majchak. We got Kruger Osaka. I was thinking about live streaming that one, but that's it's a little bit too late. And then Hodar Nishikori, that's right after that. That's the night match, I guess. I'm not going to be able to do those two, but we got Musetti on at 1 o'clock against Vukic. Love that Musetti is back on tour. Got Nabarro, Cocciaretto, it'll be a good match. And that's it. Forehand winner from Fernandez. Cross court, 15 love. Double fault from Fernandez, 15-all. Greetings from Japan. That's awesome. Never been to Japan. Would like to go. Good to see you in here, Ken Dix. It's a nice tee serve there from Fernandez. Nice service winner, 30-15. $30-all, just like in the last game. Let's see if Eala can put pressure right here. Get another break and serve first in the second. And for you guys that are not here in the US, it's so hot right now in the United States. High humidity. Maybe not so much in the out west, but where I am in Southeast Florida, it's brutal. It's so bad. It's like 70 to 80% humidity, and it's like in the 90s. Brutal. And similar here in Washington, I think. Its conditions are tough. And there's the break point, or set point for Eala. Eala has been able to overpower Fernandez in some rallies today, which is interesting to see. In this last point, she ripped the backhand, and Fernandez, like she always does, held her ground, but could not control her forehand. Set point Eala. And it's a nice wide serve from Fernandez right there, so she saves set point. Deuce. There's a crouching backhand from Fernandez. And she goes down the line with that forehand. Misses wide. Another set point for Eala. Forehand error from Fernandez, and there's the first set for Eala. 6-2. She will serve first in the second. Surprising first set, I gotta be honest. I thought it was going to be more competitive. I expected Eala to win this match, but I thought it was going to be a battle, quite frankly. Too many errors from Fernandez in this one. 14 unforced errors in this first set. Dropped serve twice. Eala has been rock solid, steady. Serving well, making a lot of first serves. Her first serve percentage is 61%, which is good for Eala. I wouldn't say good. Let's say it's acceptable. I think it was 65 to 70 would be good. But first serve points won 79% for Eala, and 78% second serve points won, which is good. On the other hand, Fernandez 60% first serve points won, 50% second serve points won. And then that second serve points won number can drop even lower because she hasn't hit that many second serves. She got a lot of first serves in, so she's at 79%. So that's the danger against Eala. You give her a lot of second serves, she's going to make you pay. So we'll see how the second set goes. We'll take a little break, okay? We'll be right back. Oh my God. Second set, Eala serving first. And how you doing? Yes, I'm doing 2 matches today. We got to cover Tsitsipas. Thought it was an interesting match. De Minaur Tsitsipas, last year's champion, against the Gstaad champion. That's a good start right there for Fernandez. Forehand cross-court winner. It wasn't the cleanest forehand. She's a little bit fortunate there. Hit that very high on the frame. But a winner nevertheless. She's too far away from that ball, yeah. Love 15. I still got a feel this will turn into a battle, but I could be wrong. Could be straightforward for Eala. I don't know. She's been able to overpower Fernandez. I don't think people realize how much of a power player Eala is. She really is a dangerous player. She's very attacking. Maybe not on her serve so much, but off the ground and on the return. Very dangerous. Just like on that last rally, very strong forehand cross court. And Fernandez could not handle the ball. A 15-all. Again, there too much power from Eala. Cross-court forehand, very deep in the court. Fernandez frames, 30-15. Nick, what do you honestly think of the Six King Slam? Is back this year. Look, I like it. I mean, it's like the best of the best are there. It's in a weird part of the season where like a lot of tennis fans tune out of the game, so to speak. They lose interest a little bit after the U.S. Open. So I think it's kind of cool. It creates some excitement. There were some good matches that I've seen there in the last couple of years, so I'm not hating on it. Eala on the previous point, but another nice serve. Went up 40-15. But here, a nice point by Fernandez. With the forehand passing shot of 40-30. What a serve from Eala. A blast down the tee at 40-30. Whoa. Big serve right there. I'd like to see the speed on that thing. Yeah, the serve has improved from Eala. For sure. For sure. Getting better. You know, I think it's gonna keep improving too. Fernandez gotta ramp up the intensity here and really like get her teeth into the match right here, because it could slip away quick. There's a versatility from Eala, a beautiful cross-court slice. Draws the error from Fernandez, love 15. What do you think about Lily Taggart, the next rising star? I did a segment on Lily Taggart in my Monday morning tennis rant this week. I thought it was incredible that she won that tournament in Prague. Kind of out of nowhere, because that's a nice point there from Fernandez. Nice serve and nice combo today of like some big serves and some good forehands from Fernandez. She needs to do more of that. 15 all. Didn't expect Lily to struggle as much as she did after her breakthrough tournament in Linz, where she made the quarters. And I think that with that tournament, she was in the top 100. But then she had some disappointing results. But you know, it's like she's very young, so it's understandable. So I did not expect her to win Prague at all. But the way she played against Krejcikova, who's been playing well recently, she won the tournament in Athens. That was a spectacular match by Taggart. She was serving exceptionally well. Won that 7-6 in the third. And she served exceptionally well in the final against Snigor as well. So, yeah, no, it's incredible. It's just such a, you know, it's such a classic style on the backhand side. She can slice. She got that beautiful one-handed backhand. But I think, you know, her strengths, for sure, the serve and the forehand. And I think she can go quite far. She's very tall, 185. It's a 6'1". So huge potential there. And Eala misses that swing volley on the forehand. The ball was uncomfortable. It was going at that rightward trajectory from her perspective, and she got jammed, made a mess out of the forehand swing volley. 30 all. Got to be careful here. Thank you, Pila Pew. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. These are the old, I forget the name. These are the old Agassi shoes. You can buy them. They're back on sale. I got two pairs. I got this one with the blue, and there's another one, blue and orange. The other one is more like pink. That one I don't wear as often. It's a nice point again that the shot that's been saving Eala today has been the forehand cross court. She's been ripping it very hard and getting some good results with that. Anna, nothing happened with Simone. He's not even here. I don't know where he is. He's sleeping in a room, I think. He hasn't, I haven't been streaming in a while, so he's not like, he's still on break. I'm back with streaming, but Simone is not back yet. Simone is like not into the groove yet. I don't know where he is, to be honest. You know what it is? At the time of the day. This is sleepy time, I think. It's like middle of the day. And he's very active in the morning. Deuce. See, the problem is, like, Fernandez is playing more aggressive than normal, I think, and it's causing problems actually, because she's hit a lot of winners today, 10 of them, but she has 17 unforced errors. And again, there she hit the forehand winner on the previous point, but there goes down the line, which is more low percentage, and she sprays it wide. And it's another break point for Eala. It's more that she's been kind of blowing herself off the court in this match. Eala really hasn't done anything that special other than just being very steady. And it's been just the mistakes from Fernandez that are costing her. But the serve that's been working is that wide serve. This one right here from Fernandez, she got a lot of points off of that. And was able to save break point there. And we're back to deuce. Danger for Fernandez. She missed the first serve, second serve. Let's see if Eala will pounce on this one. Again, a very aggressive second serve from Fernandez. Like, she's come out here blasting. Add in. Able to draw the return error from Eala on that one. Off a second serve, which is interesting. There's another second serve. Let's see what she does here. Catches the toss. We got a let. That's always tough, a let on the second serve. There's another error, that crouching error. That's the problem with that style. It can work, but the question is, can it work against all styles? And I think the answer is no. Like against true flat ball strikers, you might be able to crouch and redirect, but when somebody gives you different looks, and certainly Eala is someone that gives you different looks from the baseline, you got to be able to adjust a little bit back there. Eala has not had success when Eala has been able to go deep with her ground strokes. She's made a ton of errors. But also, the second serve return from Eala is never seen as this poor, to be honest. Even though she's up 6-2, 1-0, I've never seen Eala return this poorly off a second serve. Maybe that has to do with Fernandez being a lefty, but also Fernandez is hitting the second serve quite well today. So, but still, that's where usually Eala shines, is the second serve return. She made a lot of errors off the second serves today. We can take a look at the stats. Yeah, 57% so far for Fernandez. When Eala's playing well, she'll be like in the she'll have her opponent be in the 30s on the second serve. 30% points won. But there's another point where Eala overpowers Fernandez. Fernandez tips her racket into the ground. She's frustrated with her mistakes. Back to deuce. It's a big serve right there from Fernandez. Big wide serve. Add in. Second serve. Double fault for Fernandez right here. What a game here. A lot of deuces. It's a crucial game. Second serve again, the first serve deserting Fernandez in this game. And Eala misses the backhand return cross-court, not by much. But again, Eala's return is, second serve return is not like this normally. Doesn't produce this many errors. Add in. And there's the hold for Fernandez. Beautiful backhand down the line winner. So really leaned into that. That was a nice looking backhand right there. 1-all. He's very fortunate to get through this game. Eala did not return well in this one. And despite that, still was very tough to come out of. Very soft first serve from Eala there. I don't have the speed radar in front of me, but that looked very soft. And a soft second serve, and Fernandez takes advantage of it. Rips a forehand return inside out. And gets the error from, defensive error from Eala, love 15. Eala better be careful here. Getting into a little bit of a slump now. This is a backhand down the line, more of a footwork error, too far away from the ball. That's love 30. This could turn quickly here. This could turn very quickly, guys. Another backhand error from Eala, love 40. Body language. I'm surprised that Eala didn't pump herself up more in that return game, because I mean she's up 6-2, 1-0. Get a break right there. Right there could be the match. Just a little bit like low intensity right now from Eala, and Fernandez, of course, is looking to flip this thing. First serve error from Eala, second serve at love 40. Let's see what Fernandez does with it. A nice point there from Eala. Saves the first break point, 15-40. Very aggressive shots. So Eala unable to capitalize on that break, where he went over deuce and then comes out in her first service game and then throws in those two cheese serves. Yeah, just low intensity. She needs to pick it up right here, or this match can flip. Drop shot from Fernandez goes wide. She had a good opportunity there. Hit a very strong ball into the backhand corner of Eala. Went for that one-handed backhand drop shot, which you don't see too often on the WTA Tour. A lot of players have that 2 to 1-handed technique on the dropper. Eala does not. She misses it wide. Second break point saved by Eala, 30-40. Second serve. Incredible point by Eala there. Down the line forehand. Gets a short ball, rips it cross court, draws the error from Fernandez. 3 break point chances saved. And we're back at deuce. Very good from Eala, but she's like very kind of cool today, not showing a lot of negative or positive body language. I'd like to see her pump herself up a little bit more in this game. That serve is so soft, that first serve. I don't understand the first serve choices in the service game. That first serve was so soft. Will Fernandez just ripping two forehands back to back into the backhand side. 3 forehands, including that swing volley. Another break point chance. Fernandez, on the other hand, pumping herself up, showing good body language right here. Better serve from Eala. And Fernandez breaks. It was bound to happen. Great rally there from Fernandez. Great down the line backhand, and follows that up with a down the line forehand winner. It's the ball right on the line. And Fernandez up 2-1. That's how tennis can go, though, because yeah, body language in this game and the choices on the first serve from Eala, not good. Not good. Nick, will you do a video about Lily Tagger's backhand? Yeah, I am. I'm going to dedicate a video to the Lily Tagger backhand. I'll probably do it soon. I'll do it soon. We'll see when I release it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it'll come out on Intuitive Tennis Premium right away as soon as I make it. So everyone, subscribe to Intuitive Tennis Premium. Get all the pre-releases there, of course. And much more. You can click a link there from the Nightbot. But yeah, that's how tennis can go. It's a brutal game. Matches can flip just like that. Fernandez showing great body language. Eala not so much. Why? I don't know. Maybe she's a little bit tired. Maybe just a dip in intensity. But Eala needs to flip this now rather quickly. Strong return from Eala, and another crouching shot error from Fernandez. Love 15. Random Tennis Gal says, the most painful break for me is exactly what just happened. Save break points from love 40 only to still get broken. Yeah, that hurts so much. You know, you do such a good job saving 3 consecutive break points, and then you end up getting broken anyway. That really, it's a bummer mentally. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Eala returning well in this game. Beautiful drop shot, draws Fernandez in. But the ball bounces twice there. Double bounce. It's a beautifully constructed point from Eala there. Like, at some point, Eala's got to start returning better, you know, because this so far has been a subpar performance on the return to serve. And she, again, one of the best returners in the world, Eala. Nice point from Fernandez there, big serve. And again, strong forehand cross court. That combo has worked well. Big serve and backing up with a nice forehand for Fernandez. She eventually ends up hitting a backhand cross court winner. 15-30. Ace down the tee from Fernandez, 30 all. David Goldberg says, how's the overall level of play today? I haven't tuned in. It's been a weird match, I'd say. It's been weird. It's a lot of errors from Fernandez. In the first set, Eala was rock solid. She played well. And then in the second set, I think it was plausible that Eala could run away with this match and win like 2-2. But Fernandez was able to flip the momentum. And Eala had a little bit of a dip in intensity and was able to get the break. Was able to hold the tough game, Fernandez, down love 1 and then held, broke. It looks like she's going to get out of another tough service game here, from love 30 to 40-30. So right now the feeling that I'm getting is we're going 3. Eala overpowering Fernandez with that backhand again. Down the line, back to deuce. All right, second serve Fernandez, 30 all. I mean deuce. Let's see what Eala does. That's a good return cross court. Forehand right in the middle of the court from Eala, but Fernandez misses a relatively easy forehand long, and it's break point chance for Eala. Add out. Second serve again. Let's see if Eala can pounce on this one and get the break right back. Amazing point for Fernandez there. Beautiful rally. Great defensive skills there. Was able to hit a backhand from the singles line, very hard cross court. Put pressure on Eala, then followed it up with the inside out forehand winner. We're back at deuce. And we're going to get another monster service game from Fernandez here. Very deep balls from Eala in this rally, but she overhits her backhand. Add in. What's interesting is that both players got coached in Spanish, which is very interesting. Leila's dad is talking to her in Spanish, and the Nadal Academy coach is talking to Eala in Spanish as well. Wonderful point there from Fernandez. And she hangs on to the serve, goes up 3-1. Love 15 on the Eala serve. Here's love 30. Eala comes in, and Fernandez jams her with a forehand. Eala misses the backhand volley. That's a very strong down the line backhand from Eala, 15-30. What a forehand from Eala there. Absolutely demolished that forehand inside out. Ripped it so hard. 30 all. Look at that. Absolutely unloaded on that thing. Yeah, Pew Pew, you're right. Fernandez is a big fighter. She does not give up. Had some really tough matches last year at this tournament. Like the Rybakina semi, I remember that. That was like 7-6 in the third or something like that. That was really tough. Here's another break point. to go up a double break. Looks like we might be going 3, guys. For sure a dip from Eala in the second set. And also, you know, it goes both ways. That second game of this set, and Eala misses a backhand. There's the double break for Fernandez, 4-1. It goes both ways, right? So 6-2-1 love. Very long service game for Fernandez where she could have lost her serve, but Eala just wasn't playing well and also didn't display a lot of intensity in that game. Didn't pump herself up, wasn't bouncing around, like just looked a little bit low intensity there. And once Eala got out of that game, like she started pumping herself up, got the break in the very next game, and right away the match flipped. And now it's a different story. So that's that's the ebbs and flows of tennis. That's what decides matches, to be honest, you know. And I don't know if there's anything physical with Eala. Could be. I don't know if she's maybe tired or not. I don't know. But this match now will get very interesting. If Fernandez wins the second set, I think there'll be a battle in the third. We shall see. We shall see. Guys, one sec, okay? I'll be right back. (40-15) on the Fernandez serve. And 40-30 now. That's a beautiful backhand down the line from Eala. It's a clean winner. Very easy miss though at 40 love from Fernandez. Now maybe this game will get complicated now. Unreal. Nice slice serve from Fernandez, and there's the hold, 5-1. Second serve return missed there from Fernandez. 15 love. Yeah, 15 love. Not the highest quality match. Why? Because, I mean, the scoreline reflects it, obviously, because it's been only one player playing well, not both. You know, so first set, Fernandez making too many mistakes, and second set, Eala not playing anywhere near her best. Looks like a low energy. And so maybe in the third, if you get into the third, we're going to have both players playing well, and we get a good match. Forehand error from Eala, 15-all. Deep return there from Fernandez with some height to it. Eala hits the forehand aggressive but misses it. 15-30. Nice cross-court return there from Fernandez. Here the entire court open, but overhits her backhand a little bit. Misses it cross-court, 30-all. Big hitting there from both players. And it's Fernandez that makes the error. 40-30. You know, as I've said in many previous videos, like when you're in a slump like this and you're losing by a lot in a set, like it's, you know, even though the chances of coming back from a deficit like this are low, you might benefit in the following set if you put a lot of intensity and effort into getting the game. So it's a nice game right here from Eala, and she needs to turn things around. She needs to get the intensity up, start pumping herself up a little bit, get the feet going. 5-2 Fernandez, serving for the set. All right, Fernandez serving for the set at 5-2. Let's see if Eala can get back into the set and find her best tennis. Second serve. All right. Love 15. Lizzie says Djokovic is going to be in Cincinnati. Are you sure? And Fernandez tries to absorb that very aggressive backhand from Eala. She tries to redirect it down the line, misses it way wide. Love 30. Second serve from Fernandez. And there's love 40. What a turnaround. What a crazy match. So many like momentum shifts in this one. Deep return from Eala. I don't know if she hit it 100% clean, but she draws another error from Fernandez. Love 40, 3 break points. What a crazy match. Oh, Djokovic registered on the entry list. Yeah, I think he loves playing Cincinnati. I don't know. He might play. I personally think he probably won't. I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably won't play that. I'll be surprised if he does. Nice combo there from Fernandez. A beautiful wide serve and a down the line forehand winner. Ren Tennis Guy says, Nick, what's the mental toughness in closing out a set or a match when you're up 2 breaks? It's definitely a lot of nerves. Well, it's less nerves than if it was 1 break, right? I think it can be quite comfortable to serve out a set up 2 breaks. Double fault from Fernandez and break Eala 5-3. Nick, if you were Leila's coach, is there a particular item you would suggest working on with her? Definitely the serve has, like, similar to Eala, there are some things on the serve that can be tinkered with. And then just trying to find out whether she can play another way in regards to her court positioning. I think she's, like I said in the beginning, she's very stubborn with where she stands on the baseline. And even when somebody's blasting balls very hard, I mean, she's good at deflecting and absorbing pace, but you know, sometimes this might not work, right? When you get different opponents, maybe the ones that play a little bit heavier, it's tough to take balls early. So maybe being a little bit more flexible with court positioning is something that I would experiment with. But she's a phenomenal player. I think people don't give Leila Fernandez enough credit. And that match is often seen in a negative light, that US Open final between her and Raducanu in 2021, for no reason whatsoever. I think more of the Raducanu trolls. But that was a fantastic tournament for both players. And if I remember correctly, Fernandez had beaten Sabalenka in the semis, if I remember correctly. I have to look it up, but no, she's an incredible player. And underappreciated, in my opinion. What a turnaround, though, here. Eala definitely stepping up her game, playing with more energy, more intensity. 15 love. It's a nice slice backhand from Eala down the line. And she draws another error from Fernandez. 30 love. Nice forehand passing shot from Eala. I mean, she's obviously a fantastic defender too. Great athlete. She had a very uncomfortable backhand return there. She was too close to the ball. Eala rips her forehand cross-court, and Fernandez with a great forehand passing shot on the run. 30-15. Another nice point by Fernandez, 30 all. Great rally by Eala, very aggressive. I can see like hear the shoe squeaking a little bit on the Eala side, and also like the grunts are coming out, so the intensity is definitely higher now from Eala. 40-30. Second serve. Double fault from Eala. Back to deuce. Eala playing so much better now. Like, why couldn't she play like this when she was like 1-all in the second set, right? It's tennis though, it's tough. But yeah, she's definitely upped it now. She's playing with more urgency, more intensity. Again, the grunts are coming out. Beautifully constructed point there. Add in. Eala holds 5-4. She'll make Eala serve for it. Eala playing a lot better. Gets 3 consecutive games down 3-1, down 1-5 in the second set. Love 15. Wow, can you imagine if Eala comes back from 1-5 in the second set? That'd be crazy. Crazy. That was good. She played a good point there. Nice cross-court forehand. She made Fernandez hit her forehand from the doubles alleys. Fernandez has to step up her game right here. A crazy momentum shift. That's an ace from Fernandez. That's the way to do it. 15-all. Hit that serve right on the line. But that wide serve on the ad side has been working well for Fernandez. She's got quite a few points off that serve. Beautifully constructed point from Fernandez there. Putting a lot of pressure on Eala and then knocks off that forehand swing volley cross court. 30-15. Much higher level of tennis we're seeing now. Eric Bannon wants to see Eala versus Sabalenka someday. That'd be a good match, yeah. Couple of Jeff says Fernandez also beat Osaka at 2021 US Open, was seeded third. Yeah, that was prime Osaka back then in 2021. I forgot about that, yeah. She beat Osaka and Sabalenka. You know, she had the tougher draw compared to Raducanu. Strong forehand there from Eala. 30-all. I worry a little bit about the dad coaching dynamic, says Jeff. who knows? You know, I don't know. Can't really comment on that. That doesn't always mean that a dad coach is bad, especially if it's a WTA, on the WTA side. Could be good. Who knows? We don't know. A few bad parents in the tennis history don't mean that every single tennis parent is bad. That's a huge point right here, 30-all. A slice backhand from Fernandez goes into the net, and here's a break point opportunity for Eala. Can you believe this? Wow. With a backhand to backhand battle there. That's crazy right there. Forehand blast from Fernandez right into the racket of Eala, and Eala makes the forehand passing shot and breaks serve. It's 5-all. Can you believe this? This match is getting crazy right now. So really good forehand inside out from Fernandez. Then inside in, but she hits it right into Eala, who's kind of standing already there on that side. Fernandez comes to the net, but Eala hits a forehand, kind of an awkward forehand cross-court passing shot winner. And it's 5-all, from 5-1 to 5-all. But Eala for sure stepped up her game. For sure. She just brought the intensity levels up, playing way better now. Also more positive body language too. Fist pumping and just more into it. But here's the danger though, you know, that's, you come back from 5-1 and you're serving at 5-all, you could easily lose your serve at 5-all. It happens more than you think. Fernandez ripping the ball. Backhand cross court. Dropper, and Fernandez overhits her backhand long, low 15. Nice little dropper there from Fernandez. Eala was there though. Just overhit that backhand. Second serve. That's a poor miss right there from Fernandez. That forehand return just wasn't close enough to the ball. That second serve was short. It's like one of those things like what people were saying in the Wimbledon match where Eala beats Swiatek. The serve is so slow that it ends up being tricky to return. That was the case there. Fernandez was so far away from that ball because it was so short. I want to see the speed on that, but that couldn't have been more than, maybe it was like 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour, that second serve. Very soft. But sometimes it can be tricky to return, you know, if you're not used to that speed, especially when it's coming short. Even that type of serve can draw errors. It's a wild error right there from Fernandez. She was standing in place with her backhand and just sprays it wildly, sorry. 30-15. Car Brazil. Nick, will you do another live today? Yeah, I'm planning to do Tsitsipas Diminar right after this. Take a little break, and then we're gonna do that one. We will. That's a big point right there from Eala. Big defense right there. It's a great backhand from the corner. And again, one of many crouching errors from Fernandez, when the ball comes very deep, especially to her forehand, but I've also seen some backhand errors. Her game kind of falls apart and she makes a lot of errors today. I don't know whether it's like that the balls are coming from a lefty, because Fernandez always plays like that and she doesn't necessarily make that many errors, but she is today producing quite a few errors when the ball goes deep from Eala. Yeah, that's an impressive hold right there from Eala, the 15. Very impressive. Very impressive. I thought that Eala might drop serve, especially after she lost that very first point of this game. But here she is, one game away from the win. 6-2, 6-5. Fernandez serving to stay in this match. Oh my God. Fernandez serving to stay in this match. Down 5-6 in the second set. This game will be very interesting, guys. Eala putting a lot of pressure in this rally. Fernandez hanging in there. Slice forehand from Eala goes wide, 15 love. Yeah, somebody says Eala is playing great, but she doesn't seem as animated today. I mean, you know, look, she was like all business in the first set, and I understand like she wasn't getting too pumped up, but I felt that when there was a weird dip there early in this second set, and that's where she needed to pump herself up to get out of that dip. She wasn't able to, and she went down 2 breaks. And then she started playing with more urgency again and more intensity. So it's been a little bit up and down today for Eala. But of course, you know, it goes both ways. So Fernandez started playing better too. So this will be interesting here. 30 love Fernandez. Second serve. I want to know how these people get my phone number. These are scammers. 40 love Fernandez. It's like all these like personal loan things where it's like I don't know if you guys get that. I don't know where all of a sudden I'm getting like probably like 10 calls a day. It's a complete scam. I don't know how to get my number. And what a hold from Fernandez there to love. And we're in a tiebreak, second set. This will be very interesting, guys. Second set tiebreak will be very interesting. It's so difficult to call. So let's do we're gonna do a poll. All right, let's end this one. And let's see how many of you get this right. Hold on. End poll. Start a new one. All right. Who will win? It's a nice first point from Eala right there. Eala Fernandez. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how many. 91% of you thought that Eala was going to win prior to the match starting. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. Not a lot of trust in Eala. And Eala makes a mess out of that backhand volley for the second time today. 2-0 Eala. That's the second time she missed a middle volley, too. Should have hit it inside out. Anna gets blasted with telemarketers, too. So many scams. They're getting more sophisticated, too. Got to be careful. Yeah, I go in there and block the number afterwards, but they somehow find my number, and it's irritating to get these phone calls. It's just so annoying. Oh, my goodness. I can't stand it. There's another mini break for Eala. 3-love. Just too much power to handle from Eala. Fernandez making a lot of mistakes trying to absorb that power from Eala. It's a very interesting match. You guys in the Philippines, what time is it right now? Because Eric Bana is saying, come on, Alex, finish it. I need to sleep. Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it. It might go 3 if you say it like that. Second serve, Eala. Nice point by Fernandez there. Good defense. Best point of the match. Great tennis from both. Great a combination of offense and defense from both players. Fernandez eventually knocking off that forehand, hitting it down the line for a winner. Gets one mini break back. 3-1. There's a huge forehand from Eala, and almost I thought that might roll over. That was an incredible forehand from Eala right there. She really unloaded on it. But the body language, something about Eala's body language today, it's just a tad off. I don't know if she's not feeling well, if she's too hot, if she's tired. Hard to say, you know. I watch a lot of Eala matches. There's something going on today that's like, it's not that, I'm not saying it's negative. There's just not, I don't know. Something's just a little bit off. She's playing well now. It's a big fighting. She's come back phenomenally well in this set. It was up 4-1 in the tiebreak, but I expect a little bit more positive body language after hitting that great forehand going up 4-1. Now, second serve from Fernandez. Let's see if Eala can pounce on this one. Backhand error from Fernandez, and come on from Eala. I was waiting for that. There it is. Eala is pumped up. She is into this one. All right, that was good to hear. Maybe it's like pressure, tension, and she released it right there. She really pumped herself up on that point. Up 5-1. Fernandez got one more serve left. It's a big lead in the tiebreak, but you never want to be too comfortable. And you got to keep the foot on the gas. Live T Clothing says, yeah, body language definitely off. Yeah, something about the body language today is, I don't know. It's not, it's just a little bit off, but it could be many different things. I don't know. Or it's 1 a.m. in the Philippines. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Big forehand from Fernandez. Good defense from Eala. Wow, what a rally. And an amazing forehand cross-court from Eala. 6-1. 5 match points. That's crazy rally right there. I got to say, the level of tennis from like 5-1 in the second set has gone up big time. It's been a nice match since then. Some good rallies. Eala serving at 6-1. And what a rally on match point. Look at this. This crazy rally. That's a crazy rally right there. And Eala wins. Wow, what a match. What a match. You got to give credit to Eala. What a fighter she is. Come down from 1-5 in this set and winning it in a tiebreak against last year's champion, Fernandez. Played an exceptional tiebreak, 7-1. What a match from Eala. In the quarterfinals, she's now going to be 24 in the world if she loses the next match. And let's check real quick if who she plays next. Okay, we're going to check the draw. But yeah, amazing fighting skills from Eala. Fernandez started playing a lot better in that second set once she got out of that service game, the second service game. I mean, the second game of the second set. And it's tough for Fernandez. She's going to drop a little bit in the rankings. She won this tournament last year, but Eala was just a better player today. Played better in the first set and played some really good tennis down 1-5 in the second, 2 breaks. Yeah. All right, let's check the draw. So, Eala will play, Svitolina again. You remember that? Remember that match in Berlin? That was a tough match. That was the semifinal. No. Yeah. No. Quarterfinal. Right? Yeah, quarterfinal. Because it was Vekic first round, Rybakina second round, and Svitolina quarterfinal. And Eala beat Svitolina in Berlin. That'll be tough. That's going to be a tough one. Now, this WTA Tour is brutal, but she's beaten Svitolina before. She can beat her again. It's going to be a tough match though. But I do think she'll have to raise her game a little bit. Today was a little bit too up and down. But again, the conditions are tough. And again, you got to give credit to Eala for being an incredible fighter. It's crazy. She never gives up. It's truly something that's similar to Rafa. Like, she doesn't give up. She fights. Are there stats kept for sets won after being down 2 breaks? Eala must be leading in that category or close to it. Yeah, I don't know about that. There's all kinds of different stats. I don't know. The Tennis Abstract website is usually pretty good with some of these, like, you know, kind of weird stats like that. Yeah, Eala for sure one of the best returners on tour. But yeah, Eala's putting together a phenomenal season. If you just think about who she's beaten this year, it's like, she beat Swiatek, she beat Rybakina, she beat Svitolina, she beat, who else? She hasn't beaten Noskova yet. Noskova got her a couple times. She got a win over Goff, but it's with Goff at the retire. That was in Indian Wells, so it doesn't really count. She beat Zheng. I thought that was a big win in the first round against Zheng. To be honest with you, that was a huge win. Even though Zheng is outside the top 100. So Eala's had some really, really big wins this year. Playing better. And I think there's a room for improvement. It's not like she's playing at the absolute top of her level here at Washington. I think she can raise her game and play even better in the quarters, potentially against Svitolina. So, yeah, no, Eala's getting better and better. Closing in on top 20, which is super impressive. So, super impressive, guys. Alex needs to improve on her serves. Yeah, but she's serving better. For sure there's an improvement. I mean, we've seen it in Wimbledon with Iga. The match against Iga, she served quite well. The match against Maya Jones, she served well. No, she's definitely serving better. What I found weird was in the second set, when Eala was up 6-2, 1 love, Fernandez was serving, and there was that long game that kept going back and forth. Fernandez ended up holding that game, and Eala came out in the next service game serving like very soft. And I just thought that was a weird. Maybe she just lost intensity there, or it was weird shot selection on the serve. She put the serves, she was serving a very soft second serves and got broken obviously in that game. So she can bring the heat, but she doesn't always bring the heat. Let's put it that way. That's something that she needs to do more. Now, of course, when you bring the heat, you have to work with slice to make it more consistent. And, you know, also don't be afraid to flatten it out every now and then, out wide and through the middle. So it's a work in progress, but for sure the serve is better than it has been before. Second serve, yeah, I can't really say yet that it's gotten better. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's gotten better, but the first serve I think has gotten better. Being from the Philippines, Eala has a little edge in terms of humidity in DC compared to Europeans. They hate heat. Yeah, the Europeans generally hate it, but you got to realize, like, a lot of the Europeans train here in Florida, though. Like, a lot of people train in Florida, so a lot of players are acclimated to this type of weather. So anyone who trains in Florida, they're fine. But the ones that don't, they're in trouble. I don't know. Yeah, like someone like Eala, like she grew up here in Palm Beach County, like she doesn't care about this weather. Like there's nothing to her. She like grew up in this. You know, so Svitolina, I don't know actually. I don't know, but she's with Diadem, which is out of Fort Lauderdale, so I think Svitolina has spent a lot of time here as well in Southeast Florida, so she might be okay with the humidity too. She probably trained a lot down here too, so just depends on the player. It's not that like every single European is bad in these type of conditions. That is a second consecutive tournament that Eala beats the defending champion. Yeah, isn't that weird? She beat Swiatek in Wimbledon, who was the defending champion, and now she beats Fernandez. So in Toronto, she would have to beat Mboko. But Mboko is not playing, right? She's still injured. Is she? Wait. Yeah, I think she's still out, Mboko. So let me end the poll first and foremost. We're going to end that. And let's see the result of the poll. Okay, you guys called it correctly. Eala, 92% that she was going to win the tiebreak. You guys are good. You called both questions correctly in the poll. That's cool. Pia Ramos, no, my pleasure, my pleasure. We're always going to support Eala. We're going to feature her matches. You don't worry about it. You don't worry about that. Danny is hoping for a repeat win for Svitolina. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tough. But like I said before, if she's beaten her before, she can beat her again. It will be tough, though. And we have to first see whether Svitolina is going to win anyway. That's not a given. Who does Svitolina play? Let's look. Oh, she plays Kudermetova's sister, Polina. Well, she'll probably win that. She'll probably win that. So, yeah, that'll be a tough one. That will be a tough one. But this tournament is tough. Pegula is there. Samsonova is on fire. Like, she beat Keys, she beat Wang, like, destroyed. Potapova is playing well. Kalinskaya can be dangerous. She was in the final last year, wasn't she? Yeah. So, a lot of great players in this tournament. This will be tough. But, you know, Eala still has not won a title. So, maybe, listen, it's tough to win a title when you're playing big tournaments, right? But you never know. You take it one step at a time and great things can happen. Great things can happen, guys. Oh, no, my pleasure, Rodolfo. I appreciate you. Yeah. I'm back live streaming. I'm going to cover every tournament. Maybe I'll skip the one right before U.S. Open that week. Where is that? Winston-Salem and stuff like that. Don't know if I'll do that one, but all the other tournaments I'll cover. This one, the 2 ATP WTA 1000s, and of course the U.S. Open. And we'll live stream a lot during the U.S. Open. Do at least one match per day, maybe two. CMP10 says, I enjoy watching WTA more than ATP because there's more unpredictability in the flow of the game. There's more back and forth in a set. Service too dominant in ATP. Yeah, man, I don't know if it's man. I agree with you. WTA I've always preferred. Now look, I'm not going to go out and say that like the best that tennis has to offer is like a Sinner Alcaraz final or a Djokovic Alcaraz Sinner final. Like that's the best of the best, right? Everybody tunes into that. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that I prefer watching WTA over that, but just the general tour and the storylines written there to me are more interesting than the ATP. I prefer watching WTA tennis over ATP tennis, and it's been like that for many years. And I've said this publicly many times, because like you said, it's a little bit more open. Like the ATP is open as well, of course, but not at the very top of the game, right? So it's like very predictable who's going to go deep in a slam, and it's been like that for, let's see, for 20 years. It's been like that. Unfortunately, it's been very top heavy, so to speak. So WTA is not like that. So like I made the comparison. Let's say if you have a big tournament, right, and you have Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic pull out, right? That's a big bummer for the tournament. It's happened now in Canada Masters. But let's say Rybakina, Sabalenka, Swiatek, and Goff pull out. Does that have the same devastating effect on the tournament as it does when the ATP top guys pull out? I don't think so, because there's so many other things going on in the WTA Tour that's still like somewhat exciting. But you got to be honest and say it's a little bit deflating when you don't get like Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic in a tournament, right? Especially Sinner and Alcaraz. So yeah, for sure there's like the other players, they are more of a factor. And there's more belief amongst the fans that the other players can do something big. And we have proof that that's true, like Noskova winning Wimbledon and many other examples. You know, Holinska going to the final of Roland Garros. So you don't really have that same feeling on the ATP. Like, you don't really believe deep down inside that someone like Fritz or even like a Bublik or any of these guys can make a deep run and really win a Grand Slam tournament. Like as good as they are, like it's just like there's a discrepancy there between the very top and the rest, and I think that makes it in a way less exciting. Although the confusing thing is there's nothing better than the French Open final in 2025 between Sinner and Alcaraz. That's like the best thing that tennis has to give. So I don't think you can have a perfect scenario. But for sure, the WTA is super exciting, and I watch a lot of it. So what do you mean, Random 10 Scott, with the statistics? What statistics? Oh, the newlyweds. Oh, okay, I got you now. With Alex and you talk about Bolter and Diminar. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got you. Okay, from listening from Toronto, Canada. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Musetti's playing now? Yeah, he was playing at the same time. Let's see what the score is over there. Lorenzo, let's see. Oh, he's up a break. What? They already started? Tsitsipas and Diminar, I was going to do that one. Guys, I'm going to have to get out of here. Sorry. I got to stream the other match. They already started. So I'll see you guys later, okay? I'll see you in another one. Thank you for joining this live stream. I gotta turn this one off, open up a different one, okay? I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.